It is not easy to get your students to engage, especially when they're sitting by themselves or in little groups and they're not connecting with other students. I've got 3 icebreakers that I think are going to do a great job of helping get your students connected, involved, and get to know each other just a little bit. There's something about the whole point of what an icebreaker is. It breaks the ice, right? It gets you past the exterior, if you will. So you may have played these. I'm going to give you one free download with one of these games. And then the third one is my absolute favorite. It's brilliant, actually. So here we go. By the way, my name is Eric with a K, and I'm the host of the Practical Youth Ministry Tips podcast. I've been in the youth ministry game for 31 years full time, not including 7 summers of summer camp at high school and college.
You're old.
I love talking youth ministry. I love encouraging and empowering and equipping youth workers, youth pastors in this youth ministry world. And so if you've never been to my channel, welcome. I'm really glad you're here. I love talking about games and strategy and volunteers and parents and small groups and all of that stuff. But today we're going to focus on these 3 icebreakers. So number 1, human bingo. It's a classic. And this is the one I'm going to give you the free download with. I've already put it all together. So all you got to do is click download in the link in the description below. I've got a PDF version and a Word document version so you can edit it if you want to. But here's how human bingo works. Everybody gets a sheet of paper. They've got basically a bingo sheet.
Bingo.
And it has different phrases on each square. Things like someone who was born in another country, someone who hates broccoli, someone who went to camp this year, things like that. And on Go, they go around and they get people to sign on a square that fits with them. Now, I make a rule that you can't have someone sign something twice. If you've got a smaller group, you can just say you can't sign it twice in a row. Like you can't just fill in a bunch of squares. No, you get to do one, then you have to go to someone else, and you can come back to that person, but you have to have somebody else in between.
Following every rule.
So to make it a little more fair, right? So that's human bingo. Easy to do, right? And then you give out prizes to the top 3 students who come in and finish it first. You verify it, that kind of thing. You can get creative with this, and that's why I've given the Word document. If you want to put some things that fit more to your context, I think that's always a great idea. Anyhow, like I said, the link is in the description below, so click on that. Number 2, 2 truths and a lie, another classic. Or if you don't like it that way, you can say 2 yas and a nah. I don't know, be creative with it. But the idea is that you come up with 2 things that are true about you and 1 thing that's not true. And then you go around the circle or you break into small groups or whatever, and you try to figure out which one was the lie of each person. And you can do this in a way where like you can get points for everyone you get right. So you get a sheet and it has everybody's name on it. And then next to it, you write down number 1, 2, or 3, and then you go through afterwards and you find out what everybody's lie was, and you circle each one that you got right. 1,000 points for every right answer because points don't matter. So you can give bigger points. That's more fun. That's just a side pro tip. It's a great one. An idea. I know it's designed to be used right away, right? Sorry, a little crack in the voice. I don't know, puberty. But it's designed to be like, I've got nothing else I can do right now. That's right, we can do 2 truths and a lie or 2 yas and a nah. But if you want to give students advanced notice, even if you say, all right, today when we start, they come early, right? Give them 15, 20 minutes beforehand. We're playing this game, 2 truths and a lie. So you have to come up with some really good truths and a really good lie and mix it up. Don't always put it first or last, right? So sometimes that helps that increase kind of the ideas, gets them to be creative at some storytelling. And I always say the ones that are true often have more details to it. So I try to go with something that's not true and give extra details to it as well. So for instance, here are my 2 truths and a lie. Number 1, when I was 11 years old, I flew a 747 jumbo jet airliner with passengers on it over the Atlantic Ocean. Number 2, I sat on a crocodile in Africa with crocodiles all around me. Number 3, in 2015, I met Harry Styles at Coachella. Wait till the end to find out which one was true and which one was the lie. Anyhow, one of the things I think is a good idea to mention in there is to go, don't make your lie like, oh, I have 3 siblings. I actually have 4. Or whatever. Things that are so minuscule, different. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Anyhow. All right, my last one, and I absolutely love this one, is beach ball questions. And group, I don't know if they still sell it, but they made these beach balls and they've got a bunch of questions on them. Imagine the scenario. You can do anything you want, but we'll totally forget about it afterwards. Describe what you do. Tell an interesting story about someone in this group. If you don't know anyone, make up a story. Here's another one. It's been said that everyone gets 15 minutes of fame. What would your 15 minutes include? So there's a whole bunch. These are great questions. And the idea is you throw the beach ball to someone, whatever it lands on, you're in the Guinness World Records for what? Tell the story. Whatever it lands on, that's what they have to share. So you can do a cheap version of this. Get a cheap beach ball for like $1 at the dollar store, $1.25 at the dollar store, right? And then start writing questions all over it. What's your favorite thing about summer? Share a vacation trip that you took when you were younger. What's your best dad joke? Like, just come up with a list of things that you can write on your beach ball. That becomes your beach ball questions right there. It's so easy and a fun way to get questions answered in your group. So there are the 3 ideas. Now, by the way, I want to give you another free gift. If you have not gotten my ebook and companion audiobook on games, I'd love to give that to you. I wrote this where I talk about like why we do games in youth ministry, a bunch of low prep, no prep games, and 15 best practices for running games. Like make you a master at running your games, so it's not awkward and there's not all these weird silences and whatever. But you get something you can hand off to one of your leaders, to your student leader, whatever. I'd love to give that to you for free. Again, that link is in the description below. I'd put out one of these videos every week and a few shorts here and there. I hope this is encouraging. If it was, would you pass it on to someone? Click that share button and give it to somebody else. The more people that get to see these, the more the algorithm works in some crazy, awesome way, and more people get to view the videos. I'd really appreciate that. Click the like button, the subscribe button, the bell notification button, so you know when these videos come live every single week. And it is summertime. It's hot here where I live. It's really hot. I think it's 109 outside right now.
Burning at temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun.
Which isn't the hottest, but it's getting there. Anyhow, we'll catch you on the next episode. See ya! The lie, I did not meet Harry Styles at Coachella. I did meet The Weeknd there though.